My name's Courtney. I'm a youth leader at Connect Stars.
Hello, my name's Abdi Farah. I'm director at Connect Stars. Brent landscape has changed dramatically since I've been working as a young person and then as a volunteer since the 2000s. So I've been working in the community for over 20 years now. And it's changed because there's access to more facilities. People work collaboratively so much better now in the last 2 decades. There's more spaces for young people to participate. The cost, unfortunately, has gone up, so it's a lot more expensive, and certain funding that the council used to provide has been cut, unfortunately. But that's where Wembley National Stadium has picked up since in its inceptions.
I found the impact of sport on young people being really, really good. I feel like it's a good way to bring young people together, and especially in this day and age where there's not many facilities, I think people are able to come together and stay fit and almost get to meet new people, try new sports out as well.
The funding that we've received from the Wembley National Stadium Trust, we were one of the first grantees along with so many other organisations. And when we first put the bid, when we first heard about the Wembley National Stadium Trust, we were a bit sceptic, thinking who's behind it, where is it, how did it come about? And then we thought, let's just put in a bid. At that time, we were not that successful in bid writing. So we were we was encouraged that we won that bid, and we had a lovely ceremony in the stadium. And we thought, wow, this is going to be quite groundbreaking. And for us, it's made such a huge impact throughout the 4 or 5 different grants that we received. It enabled us to do a lot more to access more young people, to support them and their families using sport in general. Specifically, football is what we're known for, but aspects of youth work and different projects we run in that period of time. Wembley Stadium, I can go back to remember the old Wembley Stadium, and it really was a hard place to get into. At that time, we felt, even though we lived in the area, I worked in the area, we never had access. It felt it was there, but it wasn't for us. It didn't represent us. We couldn't get into it. We just walked around it. That particular time I used to cycle around the area, and we always used to look at it, but it meant nothing to us because we absolutely had no impact, or it shaped, we had absolutely zero access. But since it got redeveloped and Wembley National Stadium Trust and other partners were set up to provide local communities and local people more access and, do projects in there, we held a career fair in the stadium. So for us, it's a world-class building in our back garden. So to have the opportunity to, not just visit there or take young people there, but to run projects there, it's groundbreaking.
So for the future of community sports in Brent, I envision communities just coming together, young people in the community just coming together and being able to play sports and also have access to the stadium. I feel like there are some young people, similar to what Abby said, who aren't connected with the stadium, who walk past it daily, but don't necessarily have access to it. So I think through sports, we can help, one, bring access to it, but to show the light of what sports can actually do for young people's lives.
And in terms of what Wembley National Stadium can do to support what Courtney was saying, is to do a more collaborative approach. I think that's happened more recently, but there's still a long way to go. We might have to work innovatively. During COVID, we found that it was very difficult to deliver face-to-face. So there was a lot of learning, a lot of organization and had to go through. So I think if there is another pandemic, not that I wish on anyone, but if there is, I think the organizations are more robust, and Wembley National Stadium and Trust, as well as other funders, where people came together to provide safe opportunity, safe sport for the community. I think in terms of how that's changed, us being, having access to the new Wembley Stadium, is more people that look like us work there to start with. So there's more representation. I still think the FA in general got a long way to go, but they did have a diversionary, social inclusion officer who used to come out to the community, who used to engage with organizations such as like ourselves. We consulted a lot more than ever. Before it was just seen as the home of England, and we didn't even feel English. So I think that was celebrated in terms of, having access there, being talked to, being around the table as a start helps. And I think Wembley National Stadium Trust and Middlesex FA have done some great initiatives, but I think there's still room for improvement. But we are at least around the table now, where before we weren't even acknowledged.
Off the top of my head, I think so many good stories have come out of the stadium, whether it be Raheem Sterling or England in the Euros and just how they competed. I feel like being able to involve more young people will give them the opportunity to, one, reach their goals, and two, see it as an inspiration and make them feel like it's closer than what it actually is.